Hi, I'm Trapezius Maximus with Capital News.
And I'm Publius Vitus. News just in. Julius Caesar has been killed by several Roman senators.
We now take you to exclusive footage of this event. We'll now take you to the scene live with Sextus Magnus, with several witnesses.
I'm with Trapezius Comius after Caesar's death with his thoughts.
Well, I think it was just really horrible because Caesar was such a great man, and he gave so much money to Rome, and we'll never have another leader like him. I just miss him so much.
I'm Sextus Magnus, live at the scene of the death of Julius Caesar with Erector Spinae. Erector, what do you think about Caesar's death?
Well, I'm glad he was murdered because, I think he was just too ambitious, and I believe he would have taken advantage of us and used his power as emperor to enslave us all.
As we can see, the public is in total chaos and disagreement.
Brutus is now speaking to the public, trying to defend his actions. Romans, countrymen, and lovers, hear me for my cause. Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves, than that Caesar were dead to live all free men? As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There is tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. As you can see, Brutus states that it was all for the greater good of Rome.
Let's see how the public reacted.
I'm Octavia Prima, here with Lucia Valera. Lucia, what effect did Brutus' speech have on you?
Well, Brutus was a senator, so I have to believe him. He said Caesar was too ambitious. I'd have to agree. Rome doesn't really need an emperor, and even if Caesar was our emperor, he would have enslaved us all.
Do you truly believe that?
I do, because Brutus is like the greatest man ever.
You heard it here.
I'm here after Brutus' speech with Gludius Maximus. Gludius, do you think Brutus' killing of Caesar was justified?
Well, I think it was because Brutus said so, and he's a senator, so we have to follow whatever he says. Also because I believe that Caesar was too ambitious. And also, Rome has been independent for many years, so I don't think we really need an emperor.
I'm with Oblique Pectoralis, here to give his thoughts on Brutus' speech. What was your thoughts?
Well, Brutus' speech really convinced me that he was correct in killing Caesar. As he said, Caesar was quite an ambitious man and deserved to die. And I trust Brutus because he's a senator.
Ladies, gentlemen, he's a senator.
Well, it seems like the public is in total favor of Brutus and his accomplices.
Now we'll see what Antony's opinion on the matter is.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, the noble Brutus hath told you that Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it were a grievous fault, and grievously hath Caesar answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man, so are they all honorable men, come I to speak at Caesar's funeral. He hath brought home many ransoms, whose the general coffers did fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure he is an honorable man. You all did see on the Lupercal, I thrice presented him a crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? I come not to disprove what Brutus spoke, rather to speak what I do know. You all did love him once. not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? Judgment. Thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reasons.
Wow, some speech. They sure did get emotional.
He didn't actually say anything against Brutus, but he sure did make the murder of Caesar seem really wrong.
Now we'll go to our interviewers with several overly emotional citizens.
I'm with Senator Cornelius' wife here to give her thoughts on Antony's speech. What are your thoughts?
His speech really opened up my eyes to the evil in the Roman world. Julius was such a great man, and I can't believe that his own friends would do such an evil thing to him. I mean, we've had these men in our home, and they definitely need to be punished for this. I'm sorry.
Poor wife. I'm Sextus Magnus, live after Antony's speech with Latissimus Dorsey. Latissimus, what are your thoughts on Antony's speech?
Those people, they're just so evil. I mean, how could they do that to precious Caesar? I mean, it's just so messed up. Why?
Good afternoon. I'm Octavia Prima, and I found a man who seems very passionate about who he thinks is to blame for this Roman problem. Sir, could you please take a moment with Capital News for an interview? What did you think of the recent speech?
Antony was so emotional. It made me feel like I should just go kill all the conspirators.
You saw it here. Back to the studio.
Wow, those people sure were emotional.
Let's see how the masses reacted to these controversial speeches.
Wait! Who goes there?
Cinna! I think he's one of the conspirators! No! I'm a poet!
Get him! Oh no!
Wow, that's just horrible. Thanks for joining us here at Capital News, where the news is capital. Now to Joanna with the sports.
Good afternoon. I'm Spurrier Prima, your sportscaster. The off-season for the Olympics is almost over, and athletes all over Rome are preparing for their event. In other news, a citizen was killed by a loose flying discus that hit him. That's all for today in sports. Now to our wildlife correspondent, Maxwell Lee.
Oh my gosh, I think it's a white yeti running in the wilderness.
So
Oh
rare.
my gosh, I'm capture of a real live white yeti.
He approaches.
Oh my gosh, I think he's coming for us. Oh my god, oh my god. Ah, 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 ah.
Thanks for watching the Capital News.
Let's rage!